So, what do we have here? According to AP News and the Daily Wire and the Daily Mail, so you know I'm not just pulling this out of my ass, Biden has declared that Easter Sunday is Trans Day of Visibility. Oh, and he bans children from submitting religious-themed Easter egg designs at the annual event for military families. Wow. Fucking wow. This is actually outrageous. I'm all for keeping church and state separate. However, that's not what's going on with at least the second part right here. We'll get to the first part, but the second part, that is not what is going on. For I guarantee you that religious themed day, like an Sunday, you should be able to have Christian religious themes on your little eggs, doing your little egg hunts. I'm all for all religions putting the little themes on. Jewish, any Abrahamic religion, any pagan religion, Satanism, although it's not technically a religion, it's a parody of religion, I know that, but still. Now, let's get to the first part. Trans Day of Visibility on Easter Sunday, a religious holiday. Well, I'm going to say religious holiday because no one really celebrates it as a religious holiday unless you are religious these days. But let's look at it. So, he declared it Transgender Day of Visibility. Okay, that's that part. Blah, 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 blah. And apparently he's a devout Catholic, according to this article. I didn't know that. If he is, he's definitely not doing any favors for the Catholics. I'm sure they disown him, let's be honest. But okay. Let's see. But extremists proposing hundreds of hateful laws that target and terrify transgender kids. No such thing. There's no such thing as a transgender kid. Kids are probably questioning their identity, especially nowadays with TikTok and YouTube allowing them to explore more and influencing them. But they're not transgender. I don't think anything. I don't think kids can be transgender. You want to argue for 16-year-olds being transgender? Maybe. Transgender? Maybe. But let's look at this here. Hateful laws. What do you mean? Not allowing kids to get gender-affirming surgeries? No kid should be getting surgeries at a young age for this stuff. At all. You don't allow a kid to get a tattoo. You don't allow a kid to get this. This is not some right-wing position. This is a centrist position. This is a moderate of the left, right, or center position. You do not allow kids to get gender surgeries. Now, when it comes to getting prescribed hormones, I can see an argument if you're around 16 years old, considering we give antidepressants and stuff to kids with parents' permission, I believe, when they're in their teenagers. So we might be able to do something with, like, let's say 16 at the earliest, in my opinion. But all surgeries off the table till you're 18, till you're old enough to vote and get tattoos. That's just crazy. Of course it's gonna spark backlash. Why wouldn't it spark backlash? It's an absolute disgrace. I agree. Oh, God. I absolutely agree. It is a disgrace. An epidemic of violence against transgender women and girls. I like the binary men and women type thing with transgender, even though they don't really follow that. But transgender women, I know what you're talking about. But just to include and girls makes it sound like the person who wrote this article... Oh, well, it's the Daily Mail, so... Never mind. Let me be clear. This is all attack. No. There's not a huge epidemic going on targeting specifically transgender people of, like, actual violence. And speech is not violence. Now, there are cases where transgender people are getting beat up. And I am all against that. I'm completely against violence being enacted on someone. But here's the thing. A lot of these cases that come out of, oh, I knew it was someone who was transgender and they got beat up or they got killed and stuff. Okay, let's look at some of these cases. For instance, one or I'm not gonna say one time. That's stupid. But multiple times, it's because I don't want to say stealth, but they go out with someone and they don't disclose that they're transgender. They get back and they see that they are transgender, and of course, in my opinion, that is sexual assault in a way. And it's not rape. It is sexual assault. Like, if you are making out with someone, getting physical, and you do not disclose what you have down there because you are transgender, that is sexual assault. But hey, and then you have other cases, like that one case that recently just came out. I think that transgender student or whatever got supposedly beat or something, and it's like, oh, she died from this, but it was determined that she killed herself. I haven't looked into that, so I don't want to comment too much on that one. But either way, regardless, this is just absolutely crazy. You cannot make Easter Sunday of all days a transgender day of visibility. You want to make that a different day? I don't care. We have days for everything these days, but not Easter Sunday. Anyways, that's it for today. Peace out, guys.